So yeah, Saka, the guy's on 12 goals and 10 assists. I'm looking at the stats right now. 12 goals, 10 assists in 28 games for a 21-year-old in a title-winning season. Hopefully. But yeah, in the past I compared him to the likes of Mane, Hazard, Ribery. The reason I made that comparison was just because I felt like he's like a, how would I call it? Like a pressure reliever kind of guy. You know, this kind of the creative hub of the team. When you think about what Hazard was for Chelsea, it was like this was the guy who the Chelsea players would be like, give the ball to this guy, let him do something on the ball. You know, like maybe teams are sitting really deep, there's no space, give the ball to Hazard. Let him carry the ball, beat players and create space for other people and then create chances. And then these guys can get goals just because they're just that good. They can get goals, not because they're natural goal scorers, but they scored goals just because they were just that good. And had great movement at the same time. It's the same thing with Ribery, the same thing with Mane as well. I always say this thing about Mane and Salah, where I say like Salah was more the goal scorer, even though he gets end product. Salah was just an end product guy completely. He used to get goals, he gets assists, everything. But Mane for me was the creative hub of that team. He was the guy who, because they didn't really have a midfielder that was that creative. He was the guy that they gave the ball to and said, "Here, take the ball, go and create. What's it called? Chances for other people." The teams in transition, you can hoof the ball long to Sadio Mane, who'll receive the ball in transition, make something happen. Great decision making, great running power, great creativity, great movement off the ball. And that's what I feel about Mane. The same thing I felt about Ribery as well. Just the same in that sense, the creative hub of the team. And this is how I feel about Saka. For me, Saka's the guy that we can just give the ball to and just say, "Here, take the ball and go make something happen." We've seen a lot of times been isolated on the wide areas with 2v1, 3v1, 1v1, whatever the case may be. And he goes and does and makes something happen. There's not as much rotation as there is on the left-hand side, which I feel like we need to have more rotation just to help him reduce the amount of workload that he has on that side of the pitch. But you see the ball with Saka on that side, and that for me, that's what he offers. Just the creative hub of the team, the guy you give the ball to and you say him, go and make something happen. But then at the same time, he then also has the movement of the ball. We saw his movement against Crystal Palace was unbelievable movement. The whole game, just constantly making these little short, snapping runs in between the fullbacks, in between the left centre back, in between the left back. The goal was bound to happen because he made so many runs into the angle. He made the run that led to the assist there, made the run that also led to the goal as well. And his runs are clean, sharp little runs, nice little runs where those kind of runs where you're on the line, but you just make that little curved run like this off the ball. His movement is fantastic, and it's been great this season. Like I said, he's not like a goal. I don't see Saka as just a goal scorer like that, but he's just so good on the ball and he has great movement that. When you find him in those players there, he has the ability on the ball, the dribbling, the close control, the technique to be able to create an extra bit of space for himself and shoot. And what I love about him is that he's starting to shoot on sight as well, which is key as well. And he's got a great shot on him. So I think he's going to score a lot of goals, going to get a lot of assists just based off those facts alone. But yeah, man, Saka is just unbelievable player. It's just, and at the age of 21 years old as well, what he's doing, and the season hasn't even ended, and he's already on 12 and 10. I think Hazard only has 2 seasons that's better than 22 goals in goal contribution in a season. I think Saka, Hazard only has 2 in the league, in this league anyways, better than that. And I think Saka is like a goal or 2 goals away from that anyways. So Saka is definitely going to be those goal contributions. But there was a season where I think Hazard got like 19 goals or something like that, or 15, 10, I can't remember. But yeah, we'll see if Saka reaches that stage. But he's on his way. We've still got 10 games left in the season, and he's definitely on his way there. The other guy is Martinelli. Martinelli is the golden goose. The golden goose. This guy's a gunman. I say all the time, man. We got Saka the star boy. Martinelli's a gunman. That's just all it is, man. These guys, like Martinelli's the type of forward that I love, man. The type of forward that, like, these shooters, like, you know what I mean, like these guys who just, how do you say it? The Ronaldo's kind of profile. Well, not the old Ronaldo, but like more of like the older one who was making this like more of the goal scorer kind of Ronaldo than the dribbling one in the past. Like the kind of like Son, like Griezmann kind of type of guys who just very direct and just direct run, bang. Them kind of guys and the goal he scored, received the ball, switched the ball instantly on his left foot, bang across the keeper. That was peak Ronaldo kind of goal right there. And that's what Martinelli is developing. I said this, I think it was before the season started. I said, for me, I wanted us to have like a new left winger. And I still think we should sign another left winger as well. Because you no matter what, you need options, you need competition, you need depth. I said, let's not put too much pressure on these guys, the likes of Martinelli, the likes of Saka. Let's not put too much pressure on them. Let's make sure like they're not like having so much responsibility for them to be doing things, like you want to chase the title, but you can't give so much responsibility to two 21-year-olds to play, and they were 20, 21 at the time. But one thing I did mention was that at any moment, Martinelli could explode simply because. And I saw it in preseason as well. And I think if you look back at some of my tweets, I mentioned in preseason saying he looks even bigger, more physically imposing. He's grown into his frame. He's taller, stronger, and direct, just more powerful. He just looks more powerful player. And you think about what Martin is capable of doing. He can hit the ball with his left, hit the ball with the right. He's got a great header on him as well. He makes direct runs into the box when he's not stuck out wide, which we've seen what he's able to do when he's allowed the freedom to go on the inside. And for me, when you look at all the attributes that Martinelli's got, this guy is just a straight up gunman. And I feel like, he's just going to continue to explode. He's just a guy that he's got, 13 goals, I think, this season already. If you look at goals minus penalties this season, the only guys who have more goals than him minus penalties is Haaland, Kane and Rashford. And I think he's just a goal behind Rashford. So he's in the mix in the top 3 goal scorers in the league already at 21 years old in a title-winning season. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are heading towards the likes of 15 to 20 goals. I think I saw a tweet saying the most goals scored by a Brazilian was 15 goals, Firmino, in the Premier League. And Martinelli is close to that already, 2 goals off that. And I feel like we've got 10 games left. He can definitely end the season with 15 plus goals. 15 plus goals from wide. When was the last time we had that? I can't remember the last time we had 15 plus goals from wide, and Saka and Martinelli are about to hit these numbers. Even if, I'm trying to remember when. I think Alexis Sanchez might have been the last winger who gave us 15 plus goals in the league from wide, and this is what we're getting. All this time we're talking about we want a 20 league goal scorer, striker, and this and that, and we're getting it from our wingers, man. Martinelli the guy just exploded, man. Just a very direct guy, hungry player, just incredible, man. Incredible player. Both Saka and Martinelli, man. There's just so much credit to them. Our season is just on their shoulders. I was saying from the start of the season that we needed to get someone else, like obviously Trossard, for example, to just get so these guys can have a rest and things like that. But these guys have been going since the start of the season. Even when Trossard came in, he basically came in to replace Gabriel Jesus. I was saying Martinelli and Saka needed rest and stuff like that. But the guy who came in basically came to play up front. So these guys have been going from the start of the season at the age of 21, trying to create separation between themselves and a Man City team who has so much experience. And they're doing it. They're not fatigued. They're not physically fatigued. They're not mentally fatigued. They're just going and going and going. And these aren't just normal guys who will just make, who are just scoring goals only. They're creative at the same time, dribbling, pressing, involved in the game. They're getting drawing so many fouls and stuff like that. Getting tackled, niggling injuries here and there, knocks here and there, and they're still going. And we're almost with 10 games left. Oh, so much credit to these guys, man. So much credit to these guys. Those 2 guys are gonna go up as one of our best, 2 of our best wingers that we've had at this club. Unbelievable guys, man. These 2 are just unbelievable, incredible players. And what they're doing at the age of 21, about to hit 15 to 20 league goals. That's not normal. What they're doing is not normal, man. What they're doing is not normal. But anyways, man, yeah, just so much credit to Saka and Martinelli. They've taken us to different levels, different heights, man.